Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm back again tonight with part 2 to the season 1 finale of Sleepy Hollow that we had last night. Earlier I uploaded the first part, so I suggest you look at that one before you watch this one because, obviously you won't understand what's going on really. Um, at the end of part 1 of the finale, uh, Henry Parrish, played by John Noble, he had a dream of Moloch standing in front of two white trees in the forest, rising a body from the dead, who supposedly is supposed to be the second horseman, War, actually. It's huge news that, the second horseman is now coming. It's crazy. And let me just say, the second part of the finale, at the very end, last night, oh my god, the last 5 minutes are actually absolutely mind blowing. So many cliffhangers for season 2. So anyway, uh, Ichabod actually redrew the map from memory from Washington's grave. It's a map to Purgatory, and with this newfound evidence of war coming, Abby and Ichabod finally decide to actually go to Purgatory because they realize they have to rescue Katrina from there so that she can aid them in stopping war from coming to Sleepy Hollow, basically. In doing so, they find the spot um, in the woods where the door is to Purgatory, and there was another snippet of Ichabod trying to use GPS in Abby's phone. I said earlier in the last review that he's finally starting to get in touch with the 21st century's technology, which is great. um, so they finally get to Purgatory, and you know they are actually confronted by loved ones they have lost during the season, and um, Abby is seeing Corbin and Brooks. Um, I know I said that he may not be alive or something like that, or he may not be dead. I mean, because, everyone could always still come back to life somehow in Sleepy Hollow. um, but, she presumes that he's dead. So we don't know if he's actually still alive. Who knows? Anyway, and then Ichabod is seeing his father. They're seeing visions of their dead loved ones, and these demons are trying to push them away towards their path of, finding Katrina, basically. And, it's a trial for them to realize that they always have to stay close to each other, or else, they won't prevail. Stuff like that. Um, they did find each other again, and in the episode The Golem, Katrina mentions that, she always visits this vision of the church that she always goes to pray for her son, Jeremy, for his soul. And they find this church, they find Katrina, and turns out there's no way for her to escape purgatory unless either, she's granted forgiveness or someone takes her place instead. Now, from the minute they walked into Purgatory, I had a feeling this was going to happen. I had a feeling that someone would get stuck in Purgatory and two other people would be, escaping. So, turns out that Abby takes Katrina's place, and Ichabod and Katrina make it back to Sleepy Hollow. And it was very interesting to see Katrina in Ichabod's shoes. Not only because she's been in purgatory for 250 years, but also Ichabod sees Katrina using witchcraft for the first time because he didn't know she was a witch before he died. And he says, how presumably cool. My wife is a witch. Him using the phrase cool is kind of like him being in Abby's shoes. I was laughing my ass off when that happened. So, um, yes, Abby is stuck in purgatory, and there was a nice confrontation between her and Moloch finally. That was pretty cool. We got to see Moloch up close and personal, which was very frightening. I'm gonna admit that was it was pretty freaky. I'm still a little tongue tied from last night's episode, clearly. So anyway, Abby also sees visions of herself and Jenny when they're younger versions, and turns out that day in the forest when they first saw Moloch, she doesn't remember anything is because Moloch took her memories. That's why she couldn't remember anything, and that's what the vision. She sees herself as a young girl and her sister um, perceived as her memories, are perceived as her memories. So that's what's going on there, and also, outside at Sleepy Hollow, Jenny is looking through some of Corbin's audio files, and it turns out there's a huge secret between Moloch's plan and the name of that church that Katrina is in, but the church actually exists in Sleepy Hollow as well. So she's going through all the audio files, and she finds out, the sign that Corbin was trying to give to all of them. And at the last minute, before we could find out what it was, boom, death. The horseman comes in, and there was a crazy cliff-hanging confrontation between the horseman and Jenny. And who knows what could happen with Jenny by the beginning of season 2. So basically, the ending of the finale, like I said, huge cliffhangers. Turns out the day Jenny and Abby saw Moloch in the forest 13 years ago, it was fate for the witness to be in the woods where Moloch was there. And it turns out the dream that Parrish had apparently already happened. The stuff that Jenny and Abby witnessed was the so-called dream. 13 years ago, Moloch actually resurrected someone from the ground, was war. And everyone, be ready, okay? Right now, I'm giving you a 5-second warning of major spoilers, okay? So I'm going to give you this time right now. Okay, so turns out Moloch resurrected the body of Jeremy. Yes, Ichabod and Katrina's son Jeremy is still alive, and he is War. And he is actually someone else in Sleepy Hollow as well. I am not saying who, because that will give away too much. Oh my god, it was absolutely insane. When we found this out, my reaction was just this the whole time. And so at the very end of the season finale, Henry Parrish actually betrays Katrina and Ichabod at the site of the 4 white trees in the forest. Again, I'm not going to reveal why. You're just going to have to watch the episode. And like I said, huge cliffhangers. Basically, Abby is stuck in purgatory. Ichabod is trapped in a tomb underground. And turns out Katrina has been now kidnapped by Death, the horseman. we all know is Abraham, Ichabod's old friend from the 1700s. So that's a bit of everyone. That was Sleepy Hollow Season 1. Uh, Shooting starts in March for Season 2, and it will return in the fall. So I will see you all later, and have a good night. Bye.